The weather has just been so crazy this winter. First it's warm, and then it's cold, then it's raining, then it's sunny. These conditions are confusing for our gardeners and even more confusing for plants. Now, take a look at some of these photos that we've snapped. That's a rosebud that started to bloom. Okay, and here's a daffodil that's tricked into coming up early. So is there any hope for these plants? Melodie McDanal of Pike Nurseries is here now to help us out. Happy New Year, first of all.
And
first time I've seen you.
You too.
You know what? It's the new year, and we started off, it seems like the new year started, and all of a sudden it got cold.
I know.
But December was so warm.
I know.
So tell me about some of the plants that have come up a little bit too early.
You've seen a lot of things that normally bloom early in spring, like we saw the picture of the daffodil. Right. So a lot of the bulbs are starting to come up. Also flowering shrubs that bloom early, like Quince and even Forsythia, we're seeing some blooms on them, and it's entirely too early.
Way too early.
Because we'll have another cold snap. We know we will.
Okay, so I guess the question is, what do you do? I mean, is there hope for these plants? Are they done next time we have a frost?
There's a possibility that their blooms will be done for the year. So if they're blooming and they're pretty, cut them and bring them inside and just enjoy them. It's the wrong time of the year, but enjoy them and know the plant itself will be fine.
Okay.
You may have things like next to you, if you look at the very top there, that's a hydrangea starting to bloom.
Oh my goodness,
that's
so crazy.
Early.
Okay.
And hydrangeas are another plant. Not only the blooms, but also their foliage is very sensitive. So when their foliage comes out this year, this early, and we have a freeze, it's very possible that you'll lose some of the leaves. And again, you might even lose the blooms for this year, but take care of the plant and it will be fine and bloom again next year.
Okay, so you may just not have the beautiful flowers that you normally would.
So this might be a good year to plant a new one.
That's true, that's true. So what are some things that we can do to help our plants along?
The first and most important thing before we have a freeze anytime is to water in everything really well.
That seems counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It just sounds wrong.
Yes.
But water actually insulates the root system, and water will only get, a wet plant will only get to 32 degrees. So even if we go below that, it's actually protecting it and keeping it at that temperature.
All right.
Next, mulch is also your best friend in the garden. Mulch around everything, that also helps to keep the ground temperatures even.
Okay. And can you cover your plants?
You can cover your plants. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing it now. I'd let everything run its course.
All right.
But as we get closer to spring and we have this on and off warm weather, you can use frost cloth.
Okay.
Or any kind of cotton permeable fabric and just cover. And what that does, it keeps the frost off literally, but it also will raise the temperature by about 10 degrees around the plant.
Wonderful. Well, I hate to tell you this. I mean, I know we got a couple of months to go, but I'm looking forward to spring already. And I know spring is good to see you. Spring is always a big time for Pikes, and Pikes is looking to hire 200 seasonal workers in Metro Atlanta and also in Charlotte. So if you'd like to snag one of these positions, you can show up to a career fair from 2 to 5 Thursday, January 14th. Just come on out to any Pike Nurseries location for on-the-spot interviews, and we got more information on the Fox 5 Atlanta app. Look for today's viewer information story under the Good Day section.